So this fort in Sagres, Portugal is on a rocky peninsula. There's beach on that side, and there's beach on that side, and the fort is on the other side of this curtain. And according to the information board over there, this curtain was installed in 1793, so they could add more artillery just to protect the entrance to this peninsula fortress. The inscription above the door there has the date 1793, and on the other side of that door would have been a drawbridge to access the fort. Let's go take a look. Look at these doors. And the hinges. Look at that hinge. It's hard to see the top one. It's just a big ring of steel. Let's go take a look. We're on the other side of the door now. This was the fort, and here there's a big circle. This was uncovered in 1919. There's 48 of these concrete rock tiers or whatever they are, 50 meters across, and they believe it was either a maritime compass for training. There was a seafaring school here in the 16th century, or it was a sundial. They don't really know which. I see a little shop over here, church over there. There's a whole community on this little peninsula. I'm gonna go up on top of this wall and see what I can see. That's the entrance we just came in. So from up here, the way they built this, blocking this peninsula, anybody trying to access that door would be under fire from both directions from up here, if they even got that far, because the front has gun ports as well. So just to get to this point, you would have to survive fire from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about a dozen cannons or guns or whatever they use. It's the non-surf side of the castle. Apparently there's dolphin watching out here and some good scuba diving. The water's a little cold for me to scuba dive, but you can see even enemies coming from the sea, this is what they would have had to face. A whole line of cannons aimed at them. Pretty good defense. Out here, the sun's not cooperating. I don't know if you can even see it, but that looks like parts of the original fortress wall, and maybe a lighthouse out there at the end. Let's go take a look at those. What are these? I'm not sure what those were. I'm just going to assume that that was a medieval restroom. No idea. There's no sign, but that's what it looks like. Oh wow, look at that cave down there. That's wild. There's one little hole there. I don't know what that was for. Oh. This was just a sentry box to guard to protect the guards that were keeping watch out at sea. I guess they just sat in there and watched the ocean. That must be a part of the original castle walls. Yeah, I can't read that placard, but and there's a building over there. I wonder what that was. Let's walk all the way out to the end of this peninsula. See, oh, and there's another structure over there too. We'll check all of that out. Might as well. We're here, right? Here's a telescope. You want to spy on people out in their boats. See what this thing says. Let's see. Strategic position prepared to install artillery. So there would have been artillery right here. There's probably another one just like it on the other side, I would assume, to protect this thing from both sides. You can see the lighthouse way over on that other, I don't know if you can actually see it in the camera, but way over on that other peninsula there's a tiny little lighthouse too. Oh, some solar panels there. Nice. Just recently, Portugal had planned on stopping all burning of coal for their power. I think they were planning on doing it at the end of the year, but they burned it faster than expected, and they've already shut down the last coal burning power plant in the country. So no more coal burning in Portugal for power. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is wild. There's two guys out here fishing off the cliff, and this man just caught an octopus. Can I film your octopus? Look at this. Oh, that.
Very good.
Yeah. Very nice. Whew.
Agora mexer aqui. Está-se a vir o gajo, amigo Joaquim.
Nee. Hij plakken in je handen.
Okay. I feel bad for the octopus. It's a very cute octopus. I like looking at octopuses when I scuba dive. They're just such cool creatures. I did not expect to find people fishing up here from the cliff. That was kind of a surprise. And I especially didn't expect him to pull up an octopus. I don't know if that's what they're fishing for, or if that's just what he happened to catch. Anyway, on with the tour. And look how high those cliffs are. I don't know if you can see, there's a guy on the top right there, so you can judge how high those cliffs are. Crazy. Alright, let's check this structure out. No idea what it is. Guess we'll go this way. A lot of graffiti on the, well, I don't know, does it count as graffiti if it's just scratched into the concrete instead of painted on? Oh. Oh, wow. There's a hole down there. Oh. Wow, did you hear that? That was the air rushing up. There must be an underground tunnel where the water rushes in. Oh, you can feel it. And then the air rushes up as the water rushes in underground. That's wild. Listen. So we saw what was in there. Here's another platform overlooking a hole in the ground. Let's take a look at that and see what's in there. Oh, wow. I can't see down in the bottom of it, but you can hear water down there. Clearly. But that would be a cool climb if you're a spelunker and had ropes. Okay. I don't think that's allowed here, but it would be interesting, wouldn't it? It's wild. There's not much to see at the lighthouse. There's no open doors or anything like that. It's just a little lighthouse. Wild. It's a long way down. Here's some actual ruins. There's not a whole lot of ruins on the on this peninsula. There's what's left of the castle wall, and I think that church is probably an original. And then there's this. This was apparently the powder room where they kept the gunpowder for all the artillery. See, from the mid-18th century, so whenever that was. Would we say that outer skirt wall was built in 17 some odd, so powder room roughly dated about the same era. Look at all the stacked rocks. Everybody likes to stack rocks. There's a whole bunch of them out here. All right, let's continue the tour. this building behind me was originally an ammunition and supply depot. It was restored in 1793 and used again for artillery. Then it was refurbished in 1840, I think it said, and used as stables. And now it's an auditorium. Pretty cool. So if it says it was restored in 1793. I wonder when it was originally built. One building left to look at, and I think that's a church. We'll go check that out next to see when it was built. So this church, according to the information placard over here, this church was originally built. Let me find it. Oh, the church was replaced. It was rebuilt in 1570. The original church was built in 1459 by order. This is the St. Mary Church, or Church of St. Mary. Built by order of Prince Henry the Navigator in 1459. And then it was damaged by the earthquake in 1755. Almost everything along the coast of Portugal was destroyed in the earthquake of 1755. But what's interesting, Henry the Navigator, when we first came in, I showed you a circle over there that was thought to be a compass or used to train sailors, and it was built by order of Henry the Navigator. I didn't realize that was in the 15th century. That was in the 1400s. That's crazy. Oh, look at this. I guess I'm not allowed to go up there because they have a thing. But there's a walkway that goes up to the bells. I guess they rung the bells by hand. Who knows? Let's go look at the inside. I'm sure the inside is nothing like it was. They've restored everything. But it'll be interesting to see. I like these doors. Wow. What does this thing say? It's very echoey in here. Very good acoustics. I wish they had information placards up to like talk about how old these kind of things are. Let's see what this says. Yeah. Usually one of those is in English, but those are not, so I don't know what that says. Wow. All right. This is the last building to look at. These doors. And those are big doors. Just outside the church, here's another platform for artillery. It's the third platform for artillery. And there's all the surfers over there. Very cool. I like those bells. All right, there's a couple more placards over here I'm gonna read, and then we'll go for a drive through the country. This is, I think, the fourth artillery platform we've seen. I guess if you get past this barrage of artillery that was sitting here, then you're on the beach. Then you got to contend with the artillery coming from the curtain wall over there. Very well fortified. So this marker behind me, this is a replica, it's not an original, but this is the kind of marker that Henry the Navigator would leave behind whenever they discovered a new place, just to let everybody else know that he had already discovered it, territory. Apparently, this particular monument was dedicated by the U.S. military to honor the memory of Prince Henry the Navigator, who lived from 1394 to 1460, whose School of Navigation, founded on this site, opened the way for worldwide exploration in the Great Age of Discovery. So this is the birthplace of naval exploration. This is the original Navy. Alright, that was the fort in Sagres, Portugal. I asked the lady in the gift shop if it was always so windy. She said it's actually usually worse, but since it's cold out, it makes it seem worse. I am glad I rented a car, let me tell you. If I had rented a scooter or a motorcycle and I had to go back to Lagos right now, I would probably just leave the scooter here and take a bus or a taxi or something. It's cold out. I say it's cold out. It's probably 50 degrees, which is too cold for me, but this is about as cold as it gets here, so it is what it is. All right, let's go for a drive.